What if I told you that the most terrifying serial killers don't look like monsters at all? They look just like us. They blend in, they smile, they work normal jobs. But inside their minds, there's something far darker than most people can even comprehend. Why do they kill? What separates them from the rest of us? And are serial killers born this way, or made? In the next few minutes, we're going to dive deep into the psychology of serial killers, what makes them tick, how their minds work, and the one terrifying trait they almost all have in common. Stay with me until the end, because you're about to learn something truly disturbing. Before we begin, if you love deep dives into the dark side of human psychology, hit that subscribe button. It helps us bring you more stories like this. Now, let's begin. Most of us experience guilt, remorse, empathy, but serial killers don't. Their minds work completely differently. Psychologists have spent decades trying to figure out what turns an ordinary person into someone who takes lives without remorse. And they've uncovered three key factors that almost all serial killers have in common. The first, a lack of empathy. Many serial killers show psychopathic tendencies or antisocial behavior. They don't experience emotions in the same way as others. They struggle to connect with people and see them as objects rather than human beings. The second, severe childhood trauma. Research shows that many serial killers experience significant distress in early life, whether through neglect, emotional hardship, or extreme stress. Over time, they detached from reality and from human emotions entirely. The third, a brain that is literally wired differently. Brain scans of serial offenders reveal unusual patterns. Their prefrontal cortex, which controls decision-making, is underactive. Meanwhile, their amygdala, the part of the brain that processes fear and aggression, is overactive. This combination creates a dangerous mix, a person who struggles with impulse control, lacks emotional depth, and reacts differently to stress. Now let's take a look at some of the most infamous serial offenders in history and what their minds reveal about the psychology of violent behavior. Ted Bundy. Charming, intelligent, completely remorseless. Bundy had a grandiose self-image and manipulated people effortlessly. Experts say his lack of empathy and need for control made him one of the most dangerous individuals in history. Jeffrey Dahmer, a different kind of case. Dahmer's actions were driven by deep psychological disturbances. His childhood neglect and emotional detachment played a major role in shaping his compulsions. John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown, he appeared friendly, even lovable. But behind the mask was someone with a deeply troubling psyche. And then there's Ed Kemper. With an IQ of 145, he was a genius, but his troubled relationship with his mother fueled his behavior. His case is one of the most chilling examples of how unresolved psychological trauma can lead to dangerous outcomes. But here's the scariest part. There are warning signs, and you won't believe what they are. Psychologists have found that many serial killers display three disturbing behaviors in childhood, known as the McDonald triad. The first, animal cruelty. Many violent offenders start out by harming animals. It's one of the most reliable warning signs of future violent behavior. The second, bedwetting past a normal age. Chronic bedwetting beyond 12 years old has been linked to extreme childhood stress. Many individuals who later engage in violent crimes share this trait. The third, an obsession with fire. Fire setting is a major red flag. Many individuals with violent tendencies had an early fascination with destruction, watching things burn, causing chaos and feeling powerful while doing it. Now, not every child who exhibits these behaviors becomes dangerous, but they are major warning signs of deep psychological disturbances. For serial killers, their actions aren't just about taking a life, it's about power, control, the thrill of getting away with it. Many describe their first violent act as a high. Over time, they need to escalate their actions to feel the same rush. Some enjoy the act itself, others relish in the aftermath, watching the news, toying with investigators, or reliving the crime in their minds. That's why serial offenders rarely stop on their own. Unless they're caught, they keep going. And here's the most terrifying truth of all. The one thing almost all serial offenders have in common. They look completely normal. They have jobs, families, friends, they blend in. They act like everyone else. That's why people never suspect them until it's far too late. The reality, the scariest individuals don't always look like monsters. They look just like us. Now that you've seen inside the mind of a serial offender, what do you think? Are they born this way? Or do their experiences turn them into who they become? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you love deep dives into the psychology of true crime, hit that subscribe button and check out our next video, where we explore the world's most shocking unsolved cases. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.